Good morning, traders. It's Peter Thompson, senior mentor of 1 billion signal, sponsored by Merit Forex. New week, new opportunities, and such a week we're gonna have two major meetings this week: FOMC and OPEC meeting. So they delayed. It's supposed to be today, the OPEC, but they delayed the meeting for Thursday, and on Wednesday is gonna be the FOMC. Very volatile week is expected for the US dollar, all the majors, and the crude oil. So just let's take a look what's going on with the economic calendar, and of course we're gonna take a look at the chart in about a few minutes. Monday we start with construction PMI in UK, 8:30 GMT in the morning. Of course, what do we expect about the construction sector? Red, unfortunately, but considering the situation. Tuesday, tomorrow, we have interest rate decision in Australia. Australian dollar is pretty interesting as the retail sales last week went green, which I personally was surprised. But in Australia, everything was a little bit delayed, so that's why probably we saw green retail sales in Australia. IV PMI in Canada, 2 p.m. GMT. Wednesday we have crude oil inventories, 2:30 GMT PM, and FOMC meeting at 6 p.m. In the evening GMT. Thursday, GDP in UK on monthly and yearly basis, manufacturing production for UK 6 a.m. All the events are 6 a.m. in the morning. GMT monthly GDP is also the same time. Initial jobless claims in US 12:30. It was very interesting as last week we saw 6,600,000 approximately new people actually wanted to applied for a new job. And PPI 12:30 exactly the same time on Thursday, and employment change in Canada same time 12:30 in the morning. And Friday, it's simply a holiday. So the major topics this week definitely gonna be OPEC, FOMC, crude oil inventories, and interest rate in Australia. So let's take a look at the charts and to see how we can adapt actually according to the situation. Euro US dollar in front of us. As usual, we start with this currency pair. It's trying to bounce back to the upside. We have a support line here, and I'm gonna put it right now as a new support level 1.07777, whatever, 0.8 1.08. Very strong support level, as you can see clear, and right now it's pretty possible to bounce back. I'm gonna move this one into a new one here as it was tested 1.0880 around 1.09. Very strong resistance level, so watch these two levels for now because they are very strong, and I think the price can bounce back from this resistance here. Euro is totally bearish. Just it's very important to see how it's going to react around this support level. Great British Pound, we had a very good opportunity, by the way, something that I personally missed. Short trade here, 1.22. The price is testing the big number support level as it was tested here twice, and this is very important level for the Great British Pound, as if it breaks, there is a lot of room to go further down to 1.20 in order to test this new support. So the GBP right now is probably going to try to break through this support, but be careful with the shorts because this is strong support level, so it can bounce back in order to test 1.2381. Australian US, let's take a look what's going on. It's trying to push further down. We have interest rate decision in Australia, pretty interesting tomorrow for sure. It's gonna give a boost to the Australian dollar. I personally believe we're gonna see Australian dollar going down. We don't have a resistance level around these levels, but it's around number 0.62, so I definitely gonna put this as a new resistance, 0.62, and let's see how the price is gonna react after the interest rate decision tomorrow morning, because this is gonna give a direction to the Australian dollar, and exactly the same situation with the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand reached the support, the resistance 0.60 round number, and as you can see, bounce back and continue to the downside. So now we can see slight recovery. It's absolutely possible. The price is this currency pair is completely in a downtrend. So definitely we can see even further 0.57, 0.56, 0.55. Why not? Not gonna be surprised. But for now, just it's a little bit late to take any short trades for New Zealand US as it started and it went down with 160, 200 pips actually to the downside. So we can see slight bounce to the upside. USD Canadian, and as you know, it follows the crude oil. So crude oil, actually the star this week, and the previous one actually opened with very big gap this morning to almost $2 per barrel, trying to push back to the upside as it went up significantly. We talked about this correction, so it's I'm not surprised whatsoever to see the crude oil going up. Saudi Arabia and Russia agreed to cut some production, and this is the OPEC meeting in about a couple of days on Thursday. So we definitely can see more cut productions, but the fact is a fact. There is no demand whatsoever for crude oil. And considering the situation, of course, I personally don't expect the price to go even further up. We can see $30 per barrel, definitely 32 even, but after that I expect very big drop of the crude oil price, test 20, and my long-term target $10 per barrel. Let's see what's gonna happen. It's all about the supply and demand here, guys. So it's really important what's gonna happen on Thursday, and what they're gonna decide. Are they gonna cut the crude oil price or supply, or they are just going to stay like this? They're not gonna increase the supply, of course. No point to increase the supply as the demand is very low. But the question is, are they gonna cut the supply or are they gonna keep it the same? And I personally believe they're not gonna cut the supply because anyway the price recovered with almost $10, and this is gonna give them profits. So if we see the crude oil making another push to the upside, definitely we can see Canadian going up, Canadian dollar itself, and USD CAD going down as it's happening right now. Any moment, if we see the crude oil retrace back to the downside, definitely we can see USD Canadian going up, which is giving us very good opportunity right now to take USD Canadian buy on better price. And the 1.40 is the support level, very strong support level. So let's see how the price is going to react until it reached 1.40. Just because this is very important level, and because the Canadian dollar is expected to go down and USD CAD going up because of the future crude oil drop. It's pretty interesting, definitely, for the crude oil especially. USD Swiss, safe haven currency, we talked about it a couple of times. Definitely expecting to see the USD Swiss as the USD Japanese dropping down significantly. I read an article this morning that Japan they're planning to close everything there. So and again to see the Japanese yen going down. We're gonna talk about it in about a couple of seconds. But USD Swiss, what's going on? I personally expect to see test 0.9629 from here. The price made a very strong recovery after this drop, and I think we're gonna see further drop to the downside of USD Swiss as the Swiss franc supposed to go down, up, itself. And USD Japanese, as we talked, Japanese is expected to go down, so which is going to push USD Japanese going up. But considering the safe haven status of the Japanese yen, definitely we can see further drop to the downside. I'm totally bearish on the USD Swiss and USD Japanese, guys. Just don't get me wrong. but we can see slight upward correction, continuation of this correction that started a couple of days ago. In order to reach this resistance, I'm not going to put the resistance for now because it's not pretty clear, but I want to see how the price is going to react. Personally, I want to see very strong drop of the USD Japanese in the upcoming days. FOMC meeting on Wednesday, it's very important. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us, and share us on the social medias, of course. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Thank you very much. Comments below, and expect my new video on Wednesday. Good luck.